this year we have Coach Daly coming in, and last year we have so many problems on the court, off the court, and we just, feeling much more comfortable this year.
By him winning 2 championships and bringing it to the Nets, he brings a lot of motivation to this team and the winning attitude that I don't think the Nets ever had.
You come in and you start coaching the team when I came here. And all of a sudden I realized what one of the central problems was with this team. I told Paul Silas, Brendan Sewer, Rick Carlisle, I said, you know what? This team has low self-esteem. They don't have a lot of confidence. We've got to work to build their confidence.
Daly's first vote of confidence was placing the offense in the hands of 22-year-old Kenny Anderson. Anderson's penetrating style and playmaking ability have become the perfect complement to the strong perimeter game of DRAZEN Petrovic.
He's different point guard. He's going to be, top point guard in the league, and he's breaking defense down and finding the open man. And so far, he's making the right decisions.
He's a great shooter, so therefore, when I penetrate and create, they all collapse, and he just spot up, boom, he hitting the jump shot, and that brings a lot of assists for myself and the team.
Is DRAZEN the best shooter you've ever played with?
I thought Dennis Scott was a great shooter, but Draz, I think got by a little bit. A little bit. Draz and Petrovic can shoot the ball.
Shooting has always been DRAZEN's strength, but this past summer in Barcelona, he improved his overall game by playing point guard for the Croatian team, while at the same time trying to impress his future coach, Chuck Daly.
It was a real challenge for me, and some guys didn't respond, and I was trying, to show Daly that, for next year, I can play and point guard too.
That's rapidly developing rivalry with the Knicks as they continue to fight their way out of the shadow of their rivals across the river.
The Nets recently have shot very poorly. That's the story against Portland on Friday night. Petrovic has tied the game at 2.
Penetrating.
Amos tied at 8. Petrovic spotting up. A three-pointer for the NBA's leading three-point shooter, DRAZEN Petrovic. By Chuck Daly yesterday. He meant business.
A much involved Chuck Daly in the practice. Many times, as Chuck had mentioned to us, when you're with the team for a long time, like he was, he get away from his opponent.
That's a shot well here in the opening quarter. 11 for 19 from the field. Petrovic got the step, sets up Brown.
Sink. It's not working well. You don't get the picture. You're not passing the basketball. That's not the case with New York. They're getting open shots, just not making them.
DRAZEN Petrovic, one of the best catch and shoot shooters in the league. Campbell from Ewing went to the left hand. Back comes Morris. Petrovic for 3. For DRAZEN Petrovic, his second from downtown. Off. Smith with the save, but here comes Anderson popping it down to Petrovic. The Nets lead by 7.
Single double action, give him a good screen, Chucky Brown, he'll knock it out. Now, in transition on the fast break, when they pitch ahead to DRAZEN, he will catch and then he looks down at the three-point line. He wants to know where he should pull up to get this shot off. Make sure you pull up behind it. He's the best there is right now, although Mark Price might argue a little bit.
DRAZEN Petrovic
And execute.
Morris for Petrovic, and he's fouled by Davis. So DRAZEN Petrovic will go to the line, just showing Anthony is a very caring guy when it comes to Rick Mahorn. Petrovic with 13 points. Now Greg Anthony back replacing Hubert Davis, who had 4 points. DRAZEN Petrovic, the Olympic point guard for Croatia, one of the best standstill shooters in the NBA. 5-9, now 14 points.
In a positive direction. He said, I think I'll be part of the Nets for the next 3 or 4 years at least.
Petrovic called for that foul. Timeout taken. The Nets lead by 14.
Relatively quiet. Starks has only been on the floor for a total of about 12 minutes, and he hasn't been able to put that body up against Petrovic and try and take him out of his routes patterns that the Nets like to send them through.
Derek Coleman has improved. The Nets at 30 and 24, 6.5 behind the league leading. Shot clock at 5. Petrovic. Nets open up. Al Petrovic, and it worked. Here's Smith. He's fouled.
Charles Oakley knew that there was a player on his team, maybe not which one, but he saw the blue uniform to his left. Great effort that time by Starks. That's what they're wondering right now.
And the label of being a soft player as Petrovic was able to hit, and Charles Smith has not been able to disprove that. The backcourt now with Petrovic, Brown, Dudley, Coleman up front. Petrovic with the crossover, Starks staying right with him. Solid defense by Starks. What a shot by Petrovic with the shot clock running down.
Part of the greatness of the NBA player is the ability to create shots in the most difficult situation. The clock is at 3, it's at 2, he lets it go. There it is in the bottom of the net. DRAZEN Petrovic.
DRAZEN Petrovic, who leads the Nets in scoring. He's averaging just under 23 a game, shooting just under 51%. He has had a terrific season. Oakley, Anthony had the step and then blew the layup. He thought he was fouled. Petrovic getting down for it. The Nets 67. They come off the defeat to Portland on Friday night. Petrovic forced it, but he drew the foul.
A moment ago, DRAZEN Petrovic got the easy score.
Starks committing the foul to put Petrovic at the line. He now has 23. DRAZEN telling us yesterday that he feels he's lost his rhythm recently. Never did get into the game against the Trailblazers on Friday night. Has not shot well after having such a splendid first half of the season.
Players who need screens to get themselves free rely on their teammates to set good picks. There are certain nights that players screen the
Starks and Davis. Petrovic backing the rookie Davis to the spin and the bucket. The Knicks with only 14 points in the third, outscored 26-14, led by Petrovic, who had 12 of his 26 points in the third quarter. 10 of 16 shooting, so DRAZEN on fire. After 3, Dudley got to it. Petrovic going behind the back, but Davis against Denver before heading to the West Coast.
You know how coaches can be, they're always finding a way to gripe and complain. Listening to the Nets staff yesterday, how many teams in the NBA get 6 days off during the All-Star break, then come back and open up with 2 games on the road, always looking for a routine
action. As Raphael Addison checks in, Chucky Brown sits down. DRAZEN Petrovic hears it from the crowd. 28 points on 10 of 16 from the field. The only Net who has not played, Bernard King, and I think when this game got out of sight, Chuck Daly felt he did not want to embarrass Bernard by putting him in a blowout against his former club.
I'm sure that Chuck went down, said something to Bernard, and they have an agreement as to, why he is not playing in this.
They move within 5.5 of the first place Knicks. That's the final. New Jersey 102. The New York Knicks 76. We'll be back for a presentation of the NBA on NBC.